Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Randy's Beer Garden. This is the beginning of a new series that I'm calling Pennsylvania Classics. And really, it's just a look at some of the beers that are available at gas stations, convenience stores, on tap at bars, and have some degree of heritage here in my home state. Today we're going to be looking at Yingling's Lord Chesterfield Ale, inspired by this big stupid inflatable beer can that I found lying around in the beer garden. This particular beer has been brewed since 1829, so it's got a lot of heritage, a lot of European heritage. It's dry hopped and kettle fermented, so it's a two-stage brewing process that's pretty common for Euro lagers, but not so much here in the States. And this one, I think, is sadly underrated on Beer Advocate, coming in at a cool 69. Nice. But I think it actually deserves better. I really do. I think that this is a solid offering from Yingling amongst a lot of less solid offerings. I'm sure we'll be taking a lot of looks at those on this channel. But one of the things I love about this beer is how favorably I think it compares to Foster's Green Can, which in my opinion is one of those beers that's okay in a pinch, and it's definitely one of the better widespread available English style ales, but it just doesn't compare with Chetty, as it's called on the back of the can here. They started doing that a couple years ago. See if I can get it in frame. Freaking light. There we go. Yep, Chetty, bang, bang, I love you. That's what I say. Like and subscribe for more wit like that. I think that this is an excellent beer for just, like a regular $12 to $13 12 pack in my area. It's a solid, hoppy but not too hoppy. Well, you'll see. You'll see when we do the review. I think personally that this one deserves more respect. A lot of Yingling's offerings kind of don't really do it for me the way that this one does it for me. So I'm excited for you guys to check this one out with me here in Chicago. Got my little Aglaonema plant. I'm trying to figure out what I want to name her. Ooh. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous beer. Full disclosure, I did have one of these earlier today, and it was not as pretty as this one, so you guys are getting a nice visual feast here. Yeah, the head on this one, much bigger than the one I had earlier in my Medieval Times glass. I did wash it out. Look at that. That's freaking beautiful. Wow. Yeah, this actually looks considerably better than the one I had earlier, although the head is receding pretty much just as quickly as the one I had earlier. It's a lot bigger to begin with, so that's nice. That's a good thing. Wow, that's exciting. This beer is exciting. It really is. Even though I had one of these earlier, I'm still like, wow, look at that. Look how pretty it is. Yeah, the smell, again, I said this in the earlier session I had with this, where I was trying to take notes. It's got a sort of herbal hoppiness in the aroma that is understated, but definitely there, and pleasant. It's pleasant. It's not cloying. It's not overly floral. It's there. It's pleasant. I enjoy it. It's a good aroma. Yeah, it's pretty much standard beer smell, other than that little hint of a hop aroma. Still got a solid 3 to 4 finger head, depending on how big your fingers are. Let's give it a sip, shall we, gentlemen and ladies, and everyone else. Love you guys. Ooh. Yeah, see, this to me is the perfect fusion between the type of beer that like regular Joes want to drink and what hopheads are looking for. It's just the perfect gateway beer. There's a little bit of lemony, crackery, like almost like a lemon pepper biscuit up front. And then it kind of goes into this more malty, typical ale, kind of pale ale kind of thing, and then it just washes down so clean. Like, personally, I like to have this with spicy foods, like hot wings, stuff like that, because it's just such an excellent palate cleanser. It readies your mouth for more. Mm. Oh my goodness. Like, this is just one that I consistently come back to, because it's just, for the price, for the availability, especially on tap. If you have this available on your area in tap, I would seriously suggest go out, maybe seek it out. Also, if you feel inclined to, maybe, afterwards write a beer review on Beer Advocate, because to me this is just one of those beers it's underrated for sure. It's a classic of Pennsylvania brewing. It really does a great job of combining European brewing with American tradition. So I think that this one deserves a little bit more attention, which is why I'm sharing it with you guys in your beer garden. Yeah, the aroma, the taste, everything about it is just a little bit more refined. I mean, it's very pale, so it's not really much to look at. That's pretty much the only part of the experience that I would say is not super premium, perhaps. It could be a little bit more amber colored, a little bit more ruddy. But quite frankly, I think that for what it is, the way that it looks is quite inviting. As I said, especially if you're looking at this as sort of a gateway beer from something like Miller Lite, Bud Light, blah, 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 those types of beers. So, yeah, this is a hophead's delight. And also for the normies. What a beer. I really like this one. Thanks for joining me here on your beer garden. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.